It hadn't even been 1 week, and Fortnite is already starting to ruin OG. What is going on YouTube and the great people of the internet? It is your boy, ThunderBuddy29 here, back today with another video. And today I am going to be finally talking about the OG mode. Except I'm going to be talking about this one horrible decision that Fortnite has made that is completely ruining the entire OG experience. Now before I get into that, first thing is, I'm not saying OG is entirely bad. I still love this mode, don't get me wrong. I have had a lot of fun with it, and I have enjoyed nearly every game that I have played so far. But sometimes it just takes one or two horrible decisions to completely ruin it all. And second of all, I hope you enjoy these types of videos, and if you enjoy the videos that you see, make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash the like button down below, share this with your friends, and hit that bell so you'll never miss another video. And of course, join the channel today. We would really love to have you here. But anyways, we got some stuff to get into in this video, so without further ado, let's begin, shall we? Alright folks, so as y'all know, OG had just came out over a week ago, and it looked like things were going great for Fortnite. Over 1 million players logged into OG in the first 20 minutes, the Chapter 1 map was back, the original loot pool was back, and most of its guns returned to its original Chapter 1 format. And you also had double pumping return. It looked like everything was gonna go great for Fortnite. But unfortunately, the hype and excitement that people had in the beginning is now starting to slowly die out. But why exactly? And it was mainly because of how sweaty the mode is. Of course, the sweats are back. Once OG released, the sweats were gonna hop on OG as well. I mean, whether if you decide to play Chapter 6 or OG, you're still gonna deal with sweats no matter where you go. But then you had all these people crying on Twitter/X about how sweaty the season is. Even though all that is true, but what can you really do about it? Unfortunately, that's just how it is. And it's always been that way. But with all this being said, all of this had once again divided the Fortnite community. You had some players calling on Fortnite to add bots to the game, and some people suggested that turbo building needed to be removed. Fortnite was once again stuck between a rock and a hard place. But instead of removing turbo building as Fortnite should have, they did the exact opposite. And that was, they decided to add bots to the game along with skill-based matchmaking.
You shitting me?
And the crazy thing is, back during the OG days, the word bot was actually used as a personal insult to people who are not as good at the game. But I guess that doesn't matter now, because there are now real bot players in the game. And honestly, I think this is one of the stupidest things they could have done, especially to address this issue. Because first of all, this is starting to sound more like Chapter 2 than it is Chapter 1. Second of all, if you really want to improve your skill or if you want to get better at the game, this is not the way to do it. Whether if you're a casual player or a sweat player, there's always an area to improve on. But when you're dealing with fake bot players, you're not really improving on anything. Your skill is either just gonna stay the same or if not get worse. I mean, sure, it's nice to go stack up on them kills, man. But at the end of the day, they're just participation trophies. They're just to give you a good feeling. Fortnite adding in bots to OG, they just completely ruined the entire true experience of OG. Because keep in mind, Chapter 1 was the only chapter in Fortnite history to not have a single bot player at all. And bots would not be put into Fortnite until Chapter 2. So it doesn't make sense of why to add it into Chapter 1. But the only reason why they did was to address the issue of this mode being full of sweats. Which if you ask me, I think this was a very stupid decision. And I say this as a casual player and an OG player myself. And one thing I just want to say is, after this, I don't want to hear the term nostalgia blind be used again. Because this whole thing is just an example that most of Fortnite's player base today were never even real OG players to begin with. They were all complaining that there were no bot players in OG, when in reality, that was how it was in the original OG. The mode might be really sweaty, but I get it. But at the end of the day, it was all 100% PvP like how it was originally. Every player that you fought back then was a real player. And it didn't matter if you were the best player of all time or the worst player of all time, it was still 100% PvP. Every player has the same goal as you do. Get as many kills as you can and win that victory royale. But when it was you who won the gunfights, when it was you who won the victory royale, it gave you a really good feeling and you felt proud of yourself. But now when you have bots in the game, it makes getting a win not have the same impact like it did back then. I almost guarantee you if most of the Fortnite player base had to open 7 chests in risky reels back in 2018,
you would not survive.
One thing that really surprised me about this entire fiasco was how the community responded to it. And most of the responses were overwhelmingly negative. There were a lot of YouTubers who openly spoke out against this, including big ones like Ali A, for example. As much as I have disliked Ali A for being a clickbaiter and all, this was the first time I was actually able to agree with him on something. And I also agree with a lot of the Fortnite community as well. This was a really stupid decision, and it should not have been done in the first place. But to top that off, Fortnite is now adding in a ranked mode for OG. They should have just did that to begin with. Like, instead of adding bots to OG, what they really should have done was 1. Remove turbo building, and number 2, add in a ranked mode. If they would have just did those 2 things, this probably would not have been a big issue. But Fortnite deciding to add in bots because of how sweaty this mode is, it did not solve the problem, it only made it worse. It's like trying to stop someone's drug addiction by just giving them more drugs. It doesn't work. But to wrap up this video, this was by far one of the dumbest decisions they ever made ever since this mode came out. It's not helping anybody improve their skill level, and it's doing nothing but ruining the entire OG experience. And as how toxic the Fortnite community can be, I hate to be one of those people, but if you're one of those people who cannot survive without 90 bot players in a game, then I think you're playing the wrong game and you should be playing a different mode like Save the World. Because Fortnite Battle Royale is supposed to be a player vs player game, not a player vs enemy game. Unfortunately, the OG mode is starting to be treated like one. Either way, we still got a long way to go. We got 9 more seasons. We're just gonna have to wait and see what happens from here on out. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is still a great mode and I've had a lot of fun with it, but Fortnite adding in bots, I think that decision was absolutely fucking stupid. But what do you guys think of this decision? Let me know in the comments, I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you guys enjoyed or agree with this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and also share this with your friends, and hit that bell so you'll never miss another video. Follow me on Twitter/X. I love y'all to death, I appreciate all the support that you've been giving me, and until next time, I will see you all in the next video. And this is ThunderBuddy29, sign off.